Greetings, YouTube. This is your good friend, Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. I recently ran into someone I went to high school with. I wasn't particularly fond of him, but it just made me think when time passes, are some moving ahead while others are moving behind? That's something that I really thought about. Because too often I find myself haunted by the specters of the past, i.e., high school or college or elementary school. Now, I do recognize that once something happens to you, it is remembered, either through the mind or through the body. The body picks up certain reflexes or twitches based on events happening to someone's life. Our very bodies tell a story about what we've been through, I believe, as well as our minds. What we surround ourselves with speaks to what is within us and what we've been through. And also, I believe events do influence us. I won't say that they make us, but they do have an influence on us. I just thought about this because I have a I've been told I have a good memory. Of course, I can remember what happened 5 years ago on March 9th, but I can't remember what happened a day ago. Go fig. But anyway, I just thought about the whole, can you be moving ahead? Can others be moving ahead while you're still stuck somewhere? And that's kind of where my mind was. It's like I just spoke with him in brief. And lately I have this feeling as though the entire world has moved on and I'm just standing still. Now, this video is in no way saying I hate my life or I hate myself or anything like that. It's just I have this feeling that the world moved on and I didn't get the memo and I stayed behind. And I asked the question, I posed that to anyone out there in the YouTube world and the cyber world. Have you ever had that feeling? Because I also believe that, and not even believe, this has been said that once something happens, it is chemically and electronically sealed into your brain, into your memory. And even going further, as the 100 monkey research that was done. There was an island. I don't know the exact details of the island, but apparently every 100 monkeys, I think every generation, or like there were these monkeys that were burying potatoes in the sand or something like that. Or they had to teach them how to bury the potatoes in the sand, and by the time the 100th monkey did it, that monkey no longer had to be shown. He just did it instinctually. So I do see things like that. However, I'm just really thinking about just the whole passage of time again. I did a vid about that a while back, and I just thought I'd revisit that. That just conjured up all those memories inside of me. Excuse me, allergies are just 1-2 in me today. Anyway, I just really began to reflect. And mind you, I bumped into him at a convenience store, and then on my way home, I just really just started pondering that. What, I guess, what constitutes moving on and what constitutes standing still? I just feel like I've been standing still for a long while now. What else? Because this is a really heavy, this I feel is a heavy topic. I'm even reminded of of a song. You might not remember this. This came out in, I believe, the late 1990s. And the name of the song was "Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen." And what was interesting about this song was it had beautiful music, but it had a man reading a graduation speech, and it was set to music. And it was a really inspirational and hopeful piece. And it starts off to the graduating class of 1999, and it says, "Wear sunscreen. Its scientific benefits are are documented, but the advice I'm about to give you isn't, that you can't really prove it. It's just my own meandering." And then he goes into this whole thing, and one of the things he said is, "Don't compare yourself with others." I think, and that comes to my mind right now. Don't compare yourself to others because the race is long. And he says sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind, and the race is long. And in the end, your only competition is with yourself. And I sometimes find that I am locked in the competition with other people. Like this is a race with other people, and the reality is the race is with me. So that's something that all those thoughts started churning in my mind the other day. What do you all think here in YouTube land? Please give me a response, a comment, or a video response. Doesn't really matter. Just let me know what's on your mind. Later.